the baseline, like the most common answer to how many people in America like their job, the most common answer is 2 out of 3 Americans hate their job. Not modestly dislike, not, oh, I can't wait till hump day's over or I need some more time off. Hate their job. And sort of like, what in the world is causing that? And we found a few common answers. First of all, people don't leave jobs, they leave managers. Turnover is usually a problem with management and not a problem with we don't have enough ping pong tables or whatever the thing is for culture. The second thing we found was people leave their job because they don't know what their job is. If people would say, I don't know what I'm supposed to get done. And then the third thing we found is people leave their jobs because once they do know what they're supposed to get done, they aren't equipped with the tools or resources to actually go get it done. So, people sit around like, I don't know what success is. And then if it finally gets defined, I can't get there. And I don't like my manager, so I hate my job. Now, a fourth reason you're I think, still a millennial. And what I'm learning about millennials, because I'm not one, is if there's no why behind the what, I'm out. There's got to be a cause behind the what we're doing. The Simon Sinek talk that's been seen 18 bajillion times now, like
Sure.
Start with why. That whole why behind the what is a big deal. And I think while that's the fourth place answer right now, I bet in 10 years it's number one because that millennial generation is starting to dominate the workforce just by sheer numbers. So I think you're going to see an even bigger shift. So the answer to your question is people leave managers, not jobs. But I think within 10 years, it's going to be people will leave if you don't have a cause for what you're doing.
Are people job hopping more?
Totally. And not just job hopping, career hopping. And you're talking about a generation, and you can blame them. You say, those millennials, or you can drop back and say, well, why is that? So, the generation before where you do 35 years at Ford and you retire with the gold watch and all that, that's a generation that grew up with radio. And then by later in their career, they had 3 TV stations to choose from. Now, think about your life. Think about somebody 10 years younger than their life. When I talk to older groups, I often say, I'm old enough, I'm mid-40s, that for me, my favorite part of the week when I was a kid was Saturday morning. And the younger part of the room looks at me like, what in the world are you talking about? And the older part of the room just nods. And I say, do you know why? And all the older people say, the cartoons were on, right? You look at a millennial and say, when are the cartoons on? They're like, what are you talking about? I just watch what I want. I get it on demand. I watch it on YouTube. I watch it where. So you've got a generation that's grown up in a world of infinite options. So why wouldn't they see their career as a span of years full of infinite options? It's just natural.